Scout Heli has just arrived at TDX, and it's basically the beginner version of Attack Helicopter. And I'll just say it now, this dude is so strong utility wise. Let's quickly go through his levels. Scout Heli is a one path tower, so he only has 5 upgrades in total. At level 0, he's a very weak tower. He deals barely any damage and has a pathetic range, but he quickly makes up for that in his next level. At level 1, he gains the ability to passively reveal stealth. It's the same exact ability as a 2-5 attack helicopter. This lets you micro stealth reveal quite easily for the early game of many modes. At level 2 and 3, it just gives him more damage and rocket pods. There isn't much to explain here. At level 4, his range is massively buffed, and he becomes a very effective stealth reveal tower for such a cheap price. At max level, this guy gets even more range and gains a bomb attack. Now this bomb attack is great for splash, but you need to have good pathing with it, or position it on the path for it to work. This is because the bomb only drops when it's right above an enemy. The unit circle basically has to be touching an enemy for the bomb to drop, which makes it very easy for you to miss bomb drops with the Scout Heli. Anyways, let's go over how to really use this tower. Scout Heli is very utility focused. You should not be using it for DPS until at max level with its bomb, and even then, the bomb should only be used to help it with crowd control. Scout Heli has only about 160 DPS at max level, which is really weak, and the rocket pods don't add much DPS either. And its utility really comes from with its cost-effective stealth reveal. Since Scout Heli can fly anywhere on the map, this lets you reveal any stealth enemy for a cheap price early on in the match. In Elite mode, you can reveal those stealth ranger rushes. In Expert, you can reveal stealth jumpers, and in Nightmare, you can reveal the stealth lurches. At level 4, as mentioned earlier, you can position it to cover a wide area. And it's only about 18k cash too, making it incredibly cost efficient. And then at max level, you can either make it cover a very wide area, or position it on the path to drop bombs on hordes for extra splash support. It's quite easy to use this tower honestly. Now let's rank it in its relevant modes. In Elite mode, I'm gonna give Scout Heli S tier. Having the ability to just reveal those early stealth enemies is so incredibly strong. The Revived Ranger spam wave is easily taken care of by Scout Heli, and enemies later on get wrecked by his bombs. And now in Expert, I'm also going to give him S tier here as well. Scout Heli's only real use case is the stealth reveal here, as the bomb isn't as strong against Expert enemies. However, that stealth reveal is still an amazing way for beginners to defeat Expert, as it can reveal those stealth jumpers and stealth titan rushers, which commonly cause newer players to lose matches. Paired with Juggernaut, Scout Heli is a very effective tower utility-wise in Expert. I was able to run a cheap loadout and still easily beat Expert with Scout Heli's stealth reveal. And finally in Nightmare mode, I'm going to give Scout Heli B tier. By the time you're playing Nightmare mode, Scout Heli is pretty good to help your Golden Juggernaut see stealth, but Scout Heli's utility and stealth reveal is just not that useful in this mode since there aren't that many stealth enemies in the first place. Plus, most of the towers that are intended to be used to take out Nightmare mode quite easily already have stealth detection in this mode. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments, as I didn't test Scout Heli here as much as Elite and Expert. Anyways, that's the full guide. It's a pretty simple tower to use. Thank you for watching.